Hey, this is Klassicalkill, and today we're going to be looking at a build that the rank 1 Vi in North America plays. And I really like this style of play. It suits my own play style of being like a carry. And I'll leave the runes and masteries right here for you. You can pause it if you want to take a deeper look into it. So in this game, what I'm thinking is to do a reverse clear, because a reverse clear will give me the most opportunities for ganks. There's a lot of opportunities for ganks considering there's a melee matchup top lane with Fiora versus Malphite, and Malphite can get Fiora low, you know, with his poke. There's also a Galio mid lane, so I can come back if there's nothing top lane and try something for mid lane. And if all else fails, we have a very squishy bot lane that we can take advantage of if they ever step up. So I always like to go for a reverse clear in these circumstances where I want the most opportunities, because there's a lot of chances in my clear where I can deviate from my path and I can look for a gank. So here I'm looking top lane. I don't really see an opportunity here, so I'm going to go back down and clear my wolves. Now, I've been having some trouble figuring out a build and a playstyle that will really fit me this season, but I think this one works out. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's the new jungle changes with the little seedling that you get, the little pet that you get, but I feel like Umbral Triforce, which I've tried before in the past, it deals more damage. It seems that way. It feels like I'm dealing more damage, and I don't know what it is. It's a really strange feeling. Because I've definitely played Umbral Triforce back in season 12, but it doesn't feel the same. I don't know what it is, but it feels really nice. The speed that you get from Triforce, paired with Lucidity Boots, it's very powerful. So here I'm gonna ignore this crap because I see something here. I see an opportunity, even though there's a mark. I'm waiting for Swain to get back to increase the probability of this being successful. But then Kindred comes in, so I turn on her immediately. And I chunk her below 50%. And Misfortune also gets chunked. But now I'm zoned away. She got the first crab, unfortunately. The first mark. And now I'm in a sticky situation, so I'm just looking to base here. The good thing is I stopped the Kindred from ganking this lane. And then she gets greedy and tries to invade, but I turn on her here. And my electrocute comes back. So she dies for that. She doesn't have flash, so she wasn't able to flash my Q there. And I saw that she Q'd backwards, but my Q range was already in reach. And then there's more action, so I just come down here and pick up a free kill on this Misfortune that's trying to escape. And I know I'm pinging up here on the top side because I know that Kindred is over there. Galio does step over, but I don't think it's too late by that time. Oh, there she is. But he can't really fight this. It's gonna be 2v1. Like, there's nothing he can really do here. He can't fight the Kindred. He's below half HP. He's by himself. There's nothing to worry about though. So on my first back, I buy Lucidity Boots and Longsword with a control ward. Now, I was never a fan of buying tier 2 boots early on in season 12. But honestly, I think this is very strong. I think I've been making the mistake of buying my full completed items before boots because you're just so much faster around the map. The Lucidity Boots gives me more play opportunities because it puts my flash on a shorter cooldown as well as my ultimate when I do hit level 6. It's just a playmaking utility tool, honestly, in so many ways. So I think I made this mistake of, oh, I need the damage right now. But Lucidity Boots is what you want to be building. Steel plated caps. I spoke to a Challenger Vi player about like the different boot options, and he was telling me, this is a Challenger Vi in EU West. He was telling me that plated steel caps is a waste of time. Lucidity Boots is also the way to go. I see the other high elo Vi players like Zativert and Dumpa also building it, so there's no reason not to. Like, if the best players are telling me this is what you want to be building, then there's no reason not to try and reinvent the wheel. And we see Kindred top lanes, so I just opted to go for this dragon here. Vi always loves getting for early dragons. If you see an opportunity, don't hesitate and go and pick up those dragons. And I saw that the enemy bot lane was like not present. There's the Zyra there. So I thought also have time to steal this blue buff, which I did. It was a little bit risky because it could have been rotating over and I wasn't really paying attention, but we got away with it. And Swain is here trying to follow the Zyra, but I think I pinged him off. I said she's back, so you're good. They crashed the wave, which is really nice. And I'm just gonna repeat my clear, right? I see an opportunity mid lane though, because I have level 6. So Cassiopeia walks up into my ult range, so this is just a free kill here. There's nothing she can really do. Okay, she flash and ghosts, so she does get away. I think I even re-gank here. Like she's in under so much pressure right now. And Kindred tries to go in my jungle without level 6. Galio's gonna jump onto me. And that was just a fatal mistake by her. She should have saw that I was a level ahead and she shouldn't be invading me there. Especially considering she doesn't have top priority and Cassiopeia just got chunked down. Kindreds, they do this thing all the time. They want to constantly invade you. They want to get up in your face. Even if they're behind, they'll do this. And it's very predictable. So a lot of the times, Vise will be afraid of Kindreds because of this. Like if you miss Q, then she majority of the time she kills you if she invades you. However, you could predict that she's going to invade you and predict her pathing. And because they're very predictable in the way that they invade you. If you just understand where they start first, then you can avoid getting completely getting invaded and getting killed. That's another thing about the reverse clear. I didn't quite have enough damage there. That's another thing about the reverse clear with people who invade you, like Kha'Zix and Kindred and other champions, maybe like a Rek'Sai or even Warwick sometimes. You can do the reverse clear and it doesn't give the enemy team enough time to invade you because you're already clear. You do your red and then you do your blue and your Gromp right away, and they don't really have a place to invade you at. This is really unlucky. He was trying to pull the Kindred with his taunt, but her auto attack is so far that she just stood still and auto attacked him. He didn't want to auto while being under tower range, risking dying. Me putting pressure on mid like this is all because I was just kind of testing how much damage I could do to the Cassiopeia. And I'm running straight to top lane here for this crab. And also because my camps are respawning, so I run straight to top side. I have Prowl mid lane. The wave's all the way shoved in and Galio's going to be there. I have Prowl top lane and mid lane, so I just get this Herald for free. And I have ulti up just in case Kindred hops over the wall here. I see them fighting, so I kind of back off the Rift Herald just in case she tries to all-in Malphite. But they don't. So I see mid lane fighting and I back off of this. And so this is a crucial part right here. Whenever you're doing camps or even doing Rift, look at your top and mid. If they're fighting, it's fine. You can get off the Rift and help them out. They have great setup, Malphite and Galio, so there's no reason not for me to go to their lane when they're fighting someone. And there was a crucial point in that fight when I was ganking the Cassiopeia there that I don't step in her E while I'm charging my Q because it will cancel it. Just be mindful of that. Her E, be mindful of all the abilities that can cancel your Q when you're playing Vi. And Fiora does the right thing here and backs off knowing that she can get dove here. Malphite has his ulti up. And of course I'll be able to follow up. Even if she parries the ulti, then the Q is coming regardless. This is just classic playing strong side, top side. Turns out that my bot lane is winning anyway, just from the first gank, in the first fight, and they kind of snowballed. And this is just a really strong, fun game because we're all ahead, we're all playing really well. The enemy team is actually not putting a half bad fight, even while being behind. I pick up Rift here. And I want to contest the dragon because we're stronger, but I don't think I have enough time. So I think I opt to just push this mid lane. Yeah, I think that's what I do. They get dragon, but we get mid lane as well. So they all come, and I'm kind of worried that they're gonna drop this Rift Herald before it crashes into that tower. But it hits, and it breaks it. Now I'm just gonna clear my jungle. I really don't like fighting while all of my camps are up because it's just very inefficient. It's really good to fight while your camps are on cooldown, just so you can be very efficient with your time. I'm waiting for something here. Swain and Galio do have some great playmaking potential with their CC. So if they overstep or anything, then... And we see Kindred up here as well. If they overstep, I'm right there, ready for a fight. I don't like doing that though, because you could risk wasting a lot of time. However, we're really ahead, so I don't mind doing it too much in this position. Like, if the enemy team doesn't do something to change the balance of this game, then they're going to eventually lose. So just being ready and prepared for when they try to make a play is very important. I think this is the first time I'm picking up these Krugs. Yeah, level 1 Krugs. That was very nice. The Kai'Sa picked up the Kai'Sa tried to survive, but she did go down. Kindred ulti can be quite annoying to deal with, especially if your main identity as a champion is getting those kills and like the 80 carries and carry Vi. This is what I mean about this build. Like, you can play very dynamically and move about the map very quickly to different positions just to be ready to land your Q auto E. This is like Vi's whole identity. You want to land as many crucial Q auto E combos on as many targets as you can. And if you can accomplish that, you will have space to get all the objectives that you need. So here, I actually lost this Kindred. I kind of want to see where she went. Oh, she just passed me. Oh my gosh. So I couldn't see this. She just passed me right over here. I thought she was somewhere over here. I was like, where did she go? Is she over here? No. I was so lost. But she was actually just right over here. And she did the smart thing, and I think she just based. Yeah, she just went back and based, rather than going for her red and greeting there. Oh. That was a very nice Q over in the fog of war there, just predicting where she's going to be. And I went for it because I knew my team is nearby. Here's another thing. I know a lot of people would flame me for not going onto the Cassiopeia here. But if you have... This is one thing about Vi specifically. Your knowledge of your damage is a skill that you have to understand really well. Because if you don't kill the target you're going for, especially one like Cassiopeia with a lot of sustained damage, you're gonna die. Like, you just lose if you don't understand how much damage you deal. And understanding your lethal capabilities is a skill that is not very highly ranked. It's not that important, but it is very important for like engagers and divers like Vi, who once you're in, you can't really get out. You're just in the fight now. This is a skill you must develop. And that's why I didn't go in on the Cassiopeia, because I knew I wouldn't be able to kill her. And also I'd be surrounded by 2 other players. I think I'm chasing down... Was it Misfortune? Yeah, she's pretty fast, so I couldn't catch her. I'm here for the siege. She kind of like zones her this way, so that's a really easy kill I get to pick up. I'm just pinging for the dragon. Even though we're really ahead, there's no reason not to take things that are free, so just take them. If they try to contest this is not going to go well for them. I think they want to because they know that me and Kessa don't have our ultimates. So I'm just waiting there for the Kindred's ulti to run out, and then I Q her. Because if I do it before, it's not going to do anything, right? And I'm kind of just weaving in my Q auto E's back and forth. We'll take a look at this fight one more time. Ooh, that was really close. So first thing, remember the Cassiopeia E. She drops it over here. I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I go onto the Kindred. I force her to blow her ultimate first. And I'm just trapped here. I can't move, but this is really nice. Galio taunts, and I charge my Q and hit her after her ultimate fades. And Cassiopeia ulti, that's the other ability that I was worried about. I don't have to worry about anymore. Now I can freely go onto the Zyra. Galio actually sets it up for me. Q auto E right there. Then I go back. I don't continue fighting because I don't have any of my abilities up. Now my Q is up. I can follow up the Galio taunt and kill the Cassio. And then he knocks up the Misfortune here. I didn't quite get in range to Q her because she's very fast. Misfortune's a very fast champion. But I do have my ultimate. It comes back up. And I'm able to kill it. Luckily, get my abilities off before she kills me there. And then we get the dragon. That was a really good fight for them to take, though. If they didn't take that fight, they would just be slowly losing the game until, the game is over. And there we had the Fiora. She used her W, so she can't use it on my Q anymore. So I'm just trying to get all my abilities off before I go down, so that Galio has a chance, but she does kill us both. We're both really low. We don't have our ultimates. We used everything. That's just Fiora. The dragon is more important than both of our deaths there, so I don't think it's a terrible death, actually. Then Malphite just comes in and globbers her. At this point, I'm working towards my death stance. There's a lot of options you can go for after after your second item. Swain is really strong with just having one item here. Can they beat this Cassio though? This is not good. Yeah. Swain needs to have Kaisa nearby if she wants to take that fight. So similarly to the way you have to know you're lethal with Vi, if you're playing like AP Malphite, like this guy's the same thing. You have to know when you have lethal, when you don't. Because if you go in, blow everything you have, and you're dead, you die, you pretty much just lose the game off of making any play if you don't understand if you have lethal or not. With Galio just chasing down this Fiora. That's a nice taunt. He's got phase rush, so he could just like kite her around. Very nice. He waits at the W parry. Dodges the Zyra ulti there with his E. That's very nice. He stalled out the fight long enough for me to get there, and I pick up the W double. Looking for this Kindred. I'm not fully committing just because I don't know where her team is. I see Misfortune bot lane. I'm kind of just like chasing her and following her around here. And she steps on a ward. I smite her, which slows her. My E slows her. and the passive from my jungle item slows her. So the same thing when Kindred pops her ulti, just charge your Q, wait for it to run out, and make sure you land your Q. Now, if you're versing a good Kindred and a higher elo, what they will do is they will dodge your Q. They'll wait for you, and as it runs out, they'll preemptively Q, even if you're at close range, to dodge your Q. So you actually have to predict it. That's one of the skills I think I have that most other Vi players don't. Is I'm very, very good at landing Qs that are hard to land. Because I'm confident in landing my Q, I'll go for them. Like the ones where the enemy's like juking and it's very hard to predict. I usually have a good idea of where they're going to dodge. So here. Malphite comes out of nowhere and kills her. Which was really nice. It was kind of like a bait, even though I didn't intend it to be that way. So this is a prime example as why you need to know when you have lethal and when you don't. So here, I was just charging Q in front of Zyra's face, just to assert some pressure. To kill her. If you ever want to make space in team fights, because I don't have enough damage to finish, walk up to the enemy team, literally, and just charge Q, and all the champions that know that you will die if they try to tank the Q will just run away. So here, I wasn't so sure what was going on there with Kindred going on to me, so I didn't fully commit to anything. I just Q auto E and then back away. That's kind of like the playstyle that I love to play as Vi. I just Q auto E in and then run away. And then reassess the situation, and then I go in with my ultimate. I usually hold on to my ultimate for a very long time, and it catches a lot of people off guard. So they kind of just assume, oh, Vi's on me, and she hasn't ulted, so she doesn't have her ultimate right now. And we killed 2 of their players, so I'm thinking there's no reason to continue fighting. Let me just pick up the free objective. My team continues fighting. I don't really care. I just want to make sure that I secure the game for my team. They end up killing the Cassio and the Kindred. But even if they all die here, it doesn't matter because I secured the objective. And now I want to go for the next objective, which is Baron or this inhibitor up here. I complete my Death's Dance and I start working towards a Hex Drinker just with the Cassiopeia. A better option could have been Spirit Visage because it gives you a ton of healing. On top of that, it makes your shield stronger and it's MR. However, I was just going along with the theme of me like being a carry. Like I'm 16, 2, and 4, really strong right now. Of course, handing over the red buff to my Fed Kaisa. I think one more this crab and then I get level 16. I would rather just get the free objective and bait the enemy team to fight us over here than going for question mark plays over here. That's my playstyle. I don't like to go for very risky things. So like I said, if you want to create space, just charge Q in front of people's face who will die. And she actually steps into my range of Q and she pays for that. So she uses W there, so I just go in. And then I ult onto the Cassiopeia, the more deadly target. And we kill them both. And we just end the game here. And I'm really liking this build. So I think this is going to be the main build I play this season. You guys should try it out. But if it's not a build that suits your playstyle, you know, by all means, I'll be creating other videos with other high elo challenger players. And what builds and what opinions and preferences they have. So follow the best players. And I guarantee you that you will find results and you will find something that sticks with you. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this content. This is Classicalkill, and thanks for watching.